What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy, Stevie B, with another haul video. Almost a mystery box video. They run together, man. I get confused sometimes. I'm old. What can I say? But anyway, today we got a neat little eclectic, I should say, or a good mix of haul stuff. Got some comics, got some pickups from the first annual Northwest Arkansas Comic Con. We'll get more into that a little later, but and also I got a gift that I got, and we'll just chat about what's happened this week. One thing that's happened this week, as of this filming, was Suicide Squad 2 came out to some mixed reviews. Some people thought it was pretty good, and me personally, I watched it. I watched it, and well, to be honest with you, it was pretty cheesy. I'm not gonna lie. The cheese factor in that thing was off the chain. It was like they were competing for the most obscure, ridiculous comic book character they could pull from DC. Polka Dot Man. I mean, King Shark. I mean, I know King Shark heated up because he got a little love from the Flash CW TV series, but I said it before in one of the previous videos. There's just no way to make him cool. So he was comic relief, and that's what happened. He was comic relief. All of them were comic relief. They were battling for, like I said, the position of the cheesiest comic book character ever. But as far as the storyline goes, I was like excited. I was like Starro. Starro's going to be it. This is going to be cool. And it was reminiscent of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the Ghostbusters movie. It was just, it was ridiculous. So I'm not going to do a movie review because I don't want to give away spoilers, and I'm really suck at doing reviews. That's why you don't see them on my channel. I'm just gonna say, didn't enjoy it. But on the bright side, all those obscure characters that they brought in, all those ones that you could find their first appearances in the dollar bin books. If you went out to them dollar bin books and you scarfed them up, you've made yourself a nice little profit off of them. So there you go. So there's a positive to everything. But the big question, was King Shark the savior of the DC cinematic universe? The answer, not even close. Was he the next Baby Yoda? The answer, not even close. Sorry, Squatch, you missed strike 2. 2 strikes, you're out of there, buddy. But anyway, that's my little quasi semi movie review for Suicide Squad 2. Let's get on to some books. This is my Midtown haul for this week, and I'm holding on to these because I think these got potential. I don't know, but we'll see. They seem to have been popular. Seems to have been popular on Netflix, but it's MFKZ number 2, and we all know what it stands for, so I won't go into it. But I dig these. It reminds me of those characters. You ever Anger of Stick, or the stick figure characters that you see on the Android or the mobile app phone, or the mobile apps games? It reminds me of those. They're just kind of cool. So I kind of dig it. And next one, this has been in the talk of everybody has been talking about this book and how good it is, and it's a gore fest. I will say that. And I dig it. I dig it. It's not going to be for everybody. And some people might even go as far as saying, if you kind of dig this book, then you're a little nuts. So, but I dig it. And it's Red Room, and this is number 3, I believe. But I think it's innovative. I think it's going to catch on. And I dig it. And we're off with the pot. You know how comic book companies do. If they get a little nibble on something in it and it's popular, then they saturate the market with it. So, of course, we've got the Batman black and white, and then we've got the Carnage black, red, and blood and red, and all the black, blood, and red stuff and all that. And so, of course, we got to get a Deadpool, black, white, and blood. That's what I meant to say. So, once again, I'm assuming that everyone is going to get a 2-color, 3-color comic book. I guess Wonder Woman got her what was it? Blue and gold, red and gold, or something. I don't remember. Or gold and white, black and gold. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. This is a gorgeous cover, but I can't remember right offhand. But so I guess this is the new trend, or this is the new popular trend, is to do these, and it works out great because they only have to use 3 colors, so it cuts down on their workload. And next up, let's save that one for later. We'll come back to it. Another series that is blowing up and people are talking about. So this has potential to become something. And I've gotten all of them so far, and I have not read these yet. I will be honest, I've not read these yet, but I need to. But this is The Nice House on the Lake, number 3. And this series is heating up. People are really digging on it. So I need to read it. And another one, I'm waiting for all of these to come out so I can read them all at once. It's one of those that I feel like you need to read all at once to tell if you like it or not. So I'm holding off on it. But it's Crush and Lobo, number 3. So I'm gonna pick up the entire mini of this. I don't know how many there are. I want to say 6, but I'm gonna pick up the entire mini of that. Now, one that I am digging, and I was excited to see this come out, and I'm happy to get them, and I'm going to get all of them, and then I'm going to read it as soon as I get all of them. And I'm looking forward to it. I almost want to bust into it now because it's one of my favorite movies. I said. So, and that's The Conjuring the Lover, number 3, with this VHS tape kind of cover. But so I'm really looking forward to reading that when all of them come out, see if they're any good. But I do love The Conjuring, love those movies. Not so much the branch offs, but the core movies, the first one and stuff. But anyway, excited to read that. This one I'm not so sure about, and this is a FOMO book like crazy. FOMO. I'm afraid to not pick these up because I'm afraid the one that I don't pick up will be the one that is just off the chain. But it's The Joker Presents a Puzzle Box, number 1. And I guess it's a series of stories told by the Joker. So I something about it, something tells me it's gonna suck. I mean, to be honest with you, something tells me it's gonna suck, but I'm gonna get them anyway because again, FOMO. Fear of missing out on them. And next up, we got Sinister War, number 2 variant, and this is the first the battle between the Sinister Six and why can't I ever remember their name? Sinister Six and the other 6. I don't know. I can't remember it. I blank on it every time. But you can tell me in the comments. I ain't even going to put it up there because I don't even want to go research it. I'm just tired of it. Anyway, and then next up, a spec book, but one of those other ones that I think has potential because I love the idea behind it, and it's Lucky Devil #1, and this is about a guy who is possessed by the devil, and they exorcise the devil from him, but he kept the powers that the devil had. So it's kind of an interesting concept. So I'm kind of looking forward to reading that. And I think this has some pretty good potential. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right, and last from my Midtown is the only little possible key book that I got so far was Extreme Carnage, not Maximum Carnage. And this is number 4 of 8. And this is Extreme Carnage Lasher, #1. And this is the first appearance of Silence, which is a new symbiote. So anytime they introduce a new symbiote, I got to have it. And I know my buddy Jason, the comic book preacher, he's going to go, a new symbiote? Well, he's got to have one too. So he's going to probably pick one of them up too. Speaking, nice little segue into my next book. This I got from Macari. God, I am just blanking on everything today. But I got this from Macari, and I got it for $6. So I was stoked to get it. But speaking of Jason, the comic book preacher, you can blame him for this because all of a sudden to see his exuberance and his passion for the Hulk and stuff made me go, yeah, the Hulk is cool. I mean, if you look at my action figure collection, I got tons of Hulk figures because they were my favorite. But I dig the Hulk. I like the Hulk. Why don't I collect any Hulk stuff? And I can't answer that. I don't have a good answer for it. So I've decided I'm going to try to put together this run of Hulk. And I've got the #1 issue, which, the glare is taken away from it, but the Hulk #1, the first appearance of the Red Hulk. So I found this on Macari, and again, the guy gave it to me for $6, and it is Hulk 2. This is the first appearance of A-Bomb, and arguably, I say arguably, the first full appearance of the Red Hulk. So I'm decided that I'm going to try to put together a run of these because I dig the Red Hulk. And you know what? Ironically, and I'm going to remedy that, I do not have a Red Hulk action figure, but I will remedy that. But anyway, that is my little spec book also for this week. First appearance of A-Bomb, arguably first full appearance of Red Hulk. Undervalued key. I think you'd be remiss. Will you find it for $6? No, I got lucky. Most of them are up there in the $20 range, I think. But in mint condition anyway. But anyway, good one to spec on, good one to get. Now, on with my, let's do this one first, and then because I got a bunch to show on that. This next book, I was contacted on Instagram several months ago by a comic book creator, and I'll put his name here because right now it escapes me, and I'm embarrassed to say that. But he had asked me if I would be interested in contributing to their I'm sorry guys, I am really tired. I've had a long day and I'm just blanking on stuff, but their Kickstarter, they're contributing to their Kickstarter program for a comic book that they were putting out. And I was like, I might be interested. And he asked me if I would do a review on it. And I said, well, I can't review it unless I've read it. And so he sent me a digital copy of it months ago. And the comic is called The Gallows Man, #1. And I read it, and it's a fun book. It's not going to be not going to be an overly dramatic type book. It's more of a spoof book. It's kind of a, whoa, ha, hold on, let me fix that. All right, well, we were having some severe technical difficulties with my tripod. One of them spring-loaded little mini tripods, those octopus ones with the bendy legs that I've been using. And so the spring just spit my phone out. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. And now let me get my microphone back on here. All right. But anyway, we were talking about The Gallows Man. He sent me the digital copy, as I said, and I read it. And like I said, it's not going to be an overly dramatic or serious tone to it. It's campy, and it's campy intentionally. And it's like kind of reminds me of those 60s Batman, and it's that way intentionally. It's kind of a parody of itself, and it's a fun book. So if you get the chance to pick one up, which I think you had to have been part of the Kickstarter, but I'll see if I can't put some contact information in the description for him if you want to pick one up. But anyway, the hard copies came out this week, and so I got The Gallows Man #1. And like I said, it's a fun book to read. It's like I said, if you're into that campiness and the parody type stuff, then this thing it's funny, and it's a great book. So if you can get your hands on one, do it. But anyway, I always like to support, up and coming artists and creators. And speaking of which, Jason, the comic book preacher, and I went to the first ever Northwest Arkansas Comic-Con. And it was an ordeal. First of all, I have to say the main reason we went to this comic book convention was to hunt for comic books. And I even had me a hit list. I had it all saved on my phone to go hunting for these books and everything. And we got there, and there was not a single comic book vendor there. Actually, that's not true. That is not true. There was one comic book vendor there with a few comics, mostly slabbed comics, at a absolute ridiculously high price. I mean double eBay prices. He had some big books there. He had an Ultimate Fallout. It was CBCS graded 9.6, and he wanted $1,200 for it. Insane. His prices were just absolutely ridiculous. So I wasn't even going to it made me not even want to look through anything he had, because if that was the ones that he was showcasing, if that was an indication of the prices, I wasn't interested. But we did see some really cool artists out there, mostly local artists showcasing their talents, and phenomenal. I'm about to show you some stuff, but we ran into some guys that were putting out their own comic books, and they're with 4-Color Media, and his name was Wells Thompson, and he's the writer and editor of the books that he's putting out. But it's 4-Color Media. I will put this up here so you can freeze frame that and get their info. But they had a collection of some ash cans that they put out, little previews of some of the books that they've put out, and so of course I had to grab one. I got to put them in order though, because and I've done something that I'm not proud of, and that you guys might you guys can roast me for, and would be well within your rights to do it. But I was in a hurry to get them picked up, and so I did it. And now I'm gonna have to undo something, because I'll do it later. But anyway, so here's some of the comics that they put out, the little ash cans, and I doubled them up in a bag, and I hate myself for doing it. But Frankenstein, the Unconquered, #1 and #2, #3 and #4. And the reason I doubled them up in bags was honestly laziness. I didn't feel like cutting boards. And I don't foresee these, being worth $1 million anytime soon. So, and they're still in good condition. I don't think I'm disrespecting them in any way. But anyway, Descent into Dread, #1 and #2, #3 and #4. But Jason and I, we wanted to support the locals there in their endeavor. So it's gonna drive me nuts. So we bought a copy of each one, and I'm not done yet. There was a friggin' one. Let's see, 2, 3, 1. Where's #2? There, I accidentally put 1, 2. Okay, that's why there was only 3. So that's why I got an oddball out of there. Some of them only have 3 parts. Okay, that makes more sense. Anyway, I'll get them up. But Cosmic #1. I'm trying to get these in order here. Cosmic #2 and Cosmic Epics from the Edge of Eternity, #3. And then we've got the last comic was Age of Adventure, and this is an all ages comic, #1, #2 and #3. So that's why I had a different comic in this bag. They were all 4-parters except those. But anyway, I know, quit farting around and get on with the video, Steve. But I'm one of those that I can't stop in the middle of something. I have to finish what I'm doing. But anyway, we decided, we wanted to pick them up and support them, and also shout them out on the channel, so that, again, if you want to check them out, there is all their info. Follow them on Instagram, and their website, or their email there, and their website. So yeah, pretty cool. But on with the artists that we picked up. Some of the prints that I picked up, and it was weird because there were some of them that I really loved, and then Jason got a hold of before me, and I didn't want to get the same one. So, because I know he's going to show them on his channel, so I wanted to get different ones, but I did get one that was the same. First up, we got this. They're on my wall back here, but I'll show you a close-up of them. Was this venomized... I can't tell if it's Black Cat. It's supposed to be Black Cat. I think it's supposed to be Black. No, yeah, Black Cat. I think it's supposed to be Black Cat. Venomized Black Cat and this carnageized Mary Jane. Got those. Again, here they are up close. There's the the Venomized. Tell me, I think that's Black Cat. And this one is the Carnageized Mary Jane. And I also got a Spider-Man Carnage and Venom, you know, a like horizontal one that's right here that I thought was really nasty. And I got a really cool big Batman one. And the bad thing was I got these, they're weird oddball sizes, so finding a frame for them was crazy. I got two. These two were easy because they're 11 by 17s, but the Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage one is a 28 by 13, and this Batman one here, which is really sick, I love it, is a 28 by 18, and my favorite one that I got, and you tell me, but this Poison Ivy I picked up is gorgeous. And I think the reason I like it is because if you compare it to this character, that's right, Dawn, you'll see some similarities there. And it looks like some kind of mashup between the two. And I love Dawn and I love Poison Ivy, but around the eyes, you know, with the bleeding mascara kind of look around the eyes. But it just reminded me of Dawn. And so I had to get it. But anyway, but I picked them up again from local artists, showing support, give good prices. You know, the two big 20, that one, the Poison Ivy was also a 28 by 18. But I got the two 28 by 18s and the 28 by 13, all three of those for $40. And the two 11 by 17s I got for $20. So it wasn't a bad price. You know, I've seen prints going on here for a lot more than that. So I was happy to get them. And last but not least, I said a gift, and I almost forgot, but my mother was actually at a Sam's Club, and she wanted to show her appreciation because I take care of their lawn. You know, I go over there and take care of their lawn. Neither one of them are able to do it. And I'm about at the point where I'm not able to do it either. But she saw this at Sam's and she thought she had to get it for me. And it's a Spider-Man light and sound room glow. And here, let's check it out.
I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
But it says different things.
Get away, Green Goblin. My friends and I will stop you.
Here. Hey, you know what? Spidey needs a mic. Here you go. Say it again.
You can take it from me, Spider-Man. It doesn't pay to be a bad guy in my city.
But anyway, I thought it was cool that she thought of me while she was out shopping. And of course it will go on it will go up here with my other collectibles. And I'll keep it in the box because it displays well in the box, so no need to take it out. So I only take them out of the package if they don't display well in the package. But anyway, on that note, this has been an extremely long video, but I had a lot of stuff to go over and talk to you about. Again, don't forget, link is in the description. We're going to call it my Stevie B Facebook store. That's where you'll be able to buy my shit. So, links in the description. Go there. See what I got. I've only got a couple books listed right now. I'm going to be adding to it as time goes on. I'm just haven't had time here lately to add to it, but I will. There's a couple books on there right now. I've sold a couple already. But if you want to buy my shit, that's where you get to go to buy it. It's great because I don't have to pay eBay no percentages. I don't have to pay Mercari no percentages. And it's just me. And I don't have to give Facebook a cut. So it's just me. It's a great place to sell. Good idea. I hope it works out. But anyway, that's going to do it. I've rambled on long enough in this long-ass video. It had it all, though, didn't it? So before I go and before you go, remember, like my shit, comment on my shit, subscribe to my shit, and turn that bell on so you don't miss my new shit. And go to my Facebook store and buy my shit. We'll see you guys in the next shit. Peace.